Alright, so here's the first look. We just rolled it together. Fuel line's still leaking there, but as you can see, as I showed you before, I think the last time I showed you, we cut it. But anyways, today I cut these notches out and we grind them down somewhat smooth on both sides. Jacked the back up a little bit, rolled it forward, and this is just a rough look of what it will look like when it's welded together. And it's short. It's actually really cool. You see, definitely a lot shorter. But it's gonna turn out really cool. I mean, just this, you already see the picture. What I've had in mind. So yeah, keep you guys updated. So this is where we are going to be ending today. I believe in the last clip I showed you the relationship of them and what we plan on doing. I'm not even sure if I showed you it when we ground each side down before we welded them together, but remember I told you it was, we cut the first here, cut that first big piece, then we cut notches out there. We cut the notch at the bottom on this side, and we cut the notch at the top on this side of it after making that big cut. Put them together, welded them together just like this. Took a little bit, I'll show you some pictures if I didn't record. I already forgot, but took some ratchet straps, a little bit, just a lot of moving around, a lot of adjusting. Floor jack under the differential. And really just a guy in the back steering this part of the frame to where this needs to be. Yeah, so far definitely so good. Each side, did the other side too. Definitely turning out good, but to show you guys how it looks, it's pretty cool. This is the drive shaft, by the way, that we're working on. It's a shorty. That should give you an idea how short it is. We got some good pictures too, so definitely stay tuned. But the frame's coming along very well. As you can see, the other side's welded too. I just don't feel like walking all the way over there. Welded on the inside and outside. So, next steps would be just make sure all this is good. And by the way, it's on the ground now. It's not under any jack stands. It's on its own weight. So, next steps are to be finish up, make sure these welds are all good. Fit this drive shaft. That's going to be a whole separate clip on how we did that. Hopefully I remember to do that. Fit up the drive shaft, and then fitting up that fuel tank, and then we're done. As I was saying, my other phone's acting up. Then fitting the fuel tank, then the whole short bed conversion part of it when it comes to like the drive line, the frame, and everything that needs to be shortened is going to be shortened. Then we're going to go back to doing the cab metal and some other things, so stay tuned. Alright, just got the drive shaft finished up here, shortened, so we weren't sure if it would be exactly 16 inches. Since we cut the frame 16 inches, you would think that you would cut the drive shaft 16 inches. We mocked it up and it looks like it appears to be that way. So we cut off 16 inches. This is the piece that we cut off of it. So it's one of the shortest drive shafts I've seen. It should be pretty cool once it's on. Really not too hard, as I showed you in a previous clip before. I think I showed you. You just grind down the factory's big weld. This separates eventually. We then cut it 16 inches off it. Made sure this was pretty straight. This went back in. Obviously had to be filed down a little bit on the inside for this to fit back in. And then put our own weld back around it. So we're about to go put it on the truck. That's it in comparison to a drive shaft. That's a drive shaft off a extended cab short bed. So little comparison. Quite the difference. So we're gonna get it on soon. Guys, so I know it's been a while since I've recorded. Not too long, but so as you can see, the tank is now here. I'll explain quickly why it's there. So it may not make a lot of sense. So the whole thing with this is a lot of guys will make a single cab short bed, and when they do it, it's a two-wheel drive. Most of the time it's a two-wheel drive, and that allows them to have a lot more room to put that fuel tank in between here, or right here, obviously the gap that it usually would go in. However, when you keep a four-wheel drive, you're dealing with that transfer case right there, and this tank and a short bed tank, which is right there, will not fit in that hole right there. As I was saying, it doesn't fit in between the transfer case and the diff. So that's why we came up with the idea. It's up here right now, kind of mocked up, but pretty much this thing's going in the bed. As you see it, it's gonna go in the bed. And we're gonna custom make a toolbox that's gonna go right over it, and it's gonna look pretty nice and cool and unique at the same time, and doesn't take away any of the drivability or anything. There's nothing wrong with it. It's pretty low pressure here, so I've got some fuel rated hose going from the tank to, these are the normal lines that would go right into the top of the tank, that would snap in. And it's pretty interesting what we did here. So what we did was, this is an end, so this is an end from another fuel line, so that it would still securely snap into this this factory clip thing. Anybody that owns one of these 7.3s or 4s, you know what these things are. You get a special tool to remove them. So it securely fits into that, snaps in. It's a little piece that ends probably right around here, and then slid this rubber hose over that and clamped it onto that. Did the same thing with this line, then ran those two hoses up to that tank, clamped them. When it comes to the sensor on, so the fuel gauge sender, what we did was we extended the line. We just so happened, I know a lot of you guys probably don't have these parts just laying around, but we had another one and attached the two, and then which having the other one allowed us to still use the factory. You can't, I don't think you can see it. It's right there. But it allowed us to still use the factory easy clip, so it still snaps in, which is pretty cool. So, and that all works. I've already started the truck and everything with the setup, and it worked. Nothing leaked. Also, fuel gauge. So that's cool. Next, I know I believe I already showed you the frame. That was fully welded, and we ended up putting a plate on the other side. I'm not sure if I showed you that, but welded in a plate on the other side. That way it was a little more secure. This cross member here got welded in before the previous guy had a bolt on each side. That's it. Now this is where it gets pretty interesting what we've been doing. So I'm not sure if I directly showed you. We knew when we bought it, there was a huge chunk on each side out of the frame. As you can see right here, this has obviously been cut a little bit and ground down, but it was just about that big on both sides. This side was even worse. So what I did was drilled the rivets just about halfway through, or through this layer and the frame layer, and I took a center punch and whacked them out. Wasn't too bad. That way we could get this separated and slide a new plate in. And I cut this piece of plate out from some metal we had laying around, and ended up getting this welded in. It doesn't look that bad. Definitely a lot better than where it was. So got that patched in. Currently working on this side. This is the plate that I cut out. That's going to be going into there eventually. So yeah, also, in order to be working here, I took half of this out, half of this support out. There's welds on the bottom of these, pretty long welds, and it was just easier to cut it like that, weld it back later. But I did actually drill out these rivets, so that makes everything a lot easier. So yeah, I think you're all caught up now. Still just working on getting this piece in. Oh, there's like a torch hole up here, so that's why this piece is patched right here. It's not too hot anymore. And we've got one more piece of the frame that we want to touch up. Right there, you could see how you could see through on the top of that hole. That's all rust. That's how thin that is. So we're gonna get the whole frame completed here, and that's when we're gonna move on to the cab in the bed. So we're just about at the end here with the frame. We're trying to get through it, and then after that we'll head towards the cab. So stay tuned.